Quite a lot of gasoline engines were offered for the Fiat Stilo, but in our market, most often only the most popular power units are presented. There are not so many problems with them, but they are still not without weaknesses. The main disadvantage of a 1.8-liter gasoline unit is the too rapid failure of the valve timing controller. The 1.6-liter petrol engine has different problems. In it, most owners have to change high-voltage wires and ignition coils. Also, after purchase, be sure to check the serviceability of the cooling system sensor. Often it is because of this that the cooling system fan malfunctions. Well, the most reliable and unpretentious is the 1.4-liter gasoline engine. But you can't count on dynamic movement with such a modest power unit. Quite often you can find diesel engines under the hood of the Stilo. They are quite reliable. Every 70,000 kilometers they will have to change the belt and the gas distribution mechanism. Also, if you buy a car with very high mileage, be prepared to replace the injectors, thermostat, and turbocharger. Most Fiat Stilos have a manual gearbox. And it is precisely this that is the optimal choice for this car. There are usually no problems with it. But it's better to immediately abandon the famous robot seal speed, which was installed on the Fiat Stilo with a 2.4-liter gasoline engine. You will not get much pleasure from driving a car with such a gearbox, and its repair is very expensive. The suspension of an Italian car is not anything complicated, so it won't be necessary to repair it very often. Most often you will have to change silent blocks and stabilizer struts. Well, with high mileage, be prepared to fork out for a set of new shock absorbers. The steering of the Fiat Stilo is quite reliable. It shouldn't upset us about any global breakdowns that will require huge cash injections to fix. The brake system of an Italian car should not present any unpleasant surprises either. Most owners remember it only when it's time to change brake pads and discs. So the Fiat Stilo isn't that scary. Naturally, the Italian car is very far from the leading position in the reliability rating, but there are no clear weak points in its design either. Rather, Stilo will not bother you with major breakdowns, but with small sores, the elimination of which will take time, but not a lot of money. If this doesn't scare you, then the Fiat Stilo is for you. For little money you will get, although not the most reliable, a well-equipped and still stylish European car.